This real estate investment, like any other kind of investment, is something to do when you have some capital to invest. If you don't have any money coming in, it's a real challenge to make money in a capital-intensive kind of business, which real estate is.
So we're starting with know your finances.
We're starting with know your finances. You need to know what you can actually swing when it comes to real estate investment. Often, most of the time, people looking at any kind of an investment tend to want to bite off more than they should try to chew.
Yeah.
While you could try to buy the most property that you possibly can get your fingers on using all financing sources and dedicating all of your assets to it, that's not going to be a very smart approach. You need to have a balanced financial portfolio overall. And that means don't put all your eggs in the real estate basket. You got to distribute all those eggs among many baskets. And it can be tempting to go all in on a house flip project or all in on buying a fourplex or something like that because you think you can get your hands on the financing for it. But if you don't have a stable portfolio outside of that property and outside of the real estate project that you're contemplating, that may not be a wise financial decision. And it's probably not something that a financial advisor would recommend that you do. You should wait until you have a significant amount of capital available compared to the size of the real estate project you want to take on. That way, if it doesn't go as well as you hope, it isn't likely to be a financial disaster for you. Because while you can make millions of dollars in real estate, you can also lose it all very quickly. There's a lot of risk exposure, and it does have to be done right.
Yes. So one of the first things to think about, is figuring out how much you can invest. And, are you doing cash? Are you doing mortgage financing? And of course, you got to look at your credit. Your credit is going to play a role in all of this, especially if you're looking at financing any part of it. So go to Credit Karma, go to freecreditscore.com, take a look at your credit report and see what's happening. Because if you don't have good credit, you're kind of going to stall out, especially when it comes to doing any kind of flip or needing any kind of financing to get the job done. So that's where I come in. I do that all the time. That's what I help people with. But you also need to do some kind of preliminary title search on yourself just to make sure that you're getting up to speed with any unknown liabilities you might have, like judgment liens, tax liens, random stuff that might be under your name that you didn't know about. It's really important that you get that out of the way before you start trying to apply for a mortgage, because those are deal killers.
Or things that aren't yours, mixed file issues.
It happens.
Rochelle calls them. A large portion of what she deals with in her practice are things showing up on people's credit that don't actually belong to them. And you won't know about that until you pull your credit. And that's not something you want to run into when you're trying to close on an investment property with a short timeline.
Yes. So just take a look beforehand. It's never as scary as it looks, and it's never a hurdle forever. Like you've got credit issues or lien problems, you can still buy. You just have to do some planning.
Yep.
Take some effort. And then you want to make sure you look good on paper. Financially, things have to make sense. So you're going to need 2 years of tax returns. If you're a business owner, you're going to need a P&L that's up to date and accurate and shows what you're making. If you're a W-2 employee, you're going to need the pay stubs. You need the bank statements, and you need, most importantly, a rental or a mortgage history showing that you haven't been late in 24 months.